Never in a million years did Robert expect this to happen, but it did. I am Joseph. This is Input English. We begin with Robert, Kathy, and the boys having just finished breakfast. The boys will be off to school, and Kathy will be working in her office at home after she gets them to school. Robert is just about ready to shove off for work. Shove off. So that's another nautical term that has been brought into the English language. If you say you're going to shove off, that means you're getting ready to leave. So Robert was getting ready to shove off to work. He turned to Kathy and said, it's going to rain this morning, and this will be the first rain in several weeks, so the roads will be slick. Be careful. Robert got to work uneventfully and was in his office working on some paperwork when the crash occurred. The hardware store is on the outside of a curve on a road that has two lanes going in one direction, and then the other two lanes coming the other way are separated by one block. So all the traffic is in one direction, and the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. They're not exactly in the downtown area, so 45 miles an hour is a reasonable speed limit for this road in this location. It has been observed that a lot of times people go much faster than the posted speed limit. That's what was happening on this morning. It had begun raining and the roads were slick, and what happened was a young man of 25 years was driving his pickup truck quite a bit faster than the posted speed limit. When he got to the curve, in order to stay on the road, he would have to turn left, but he was not able to control the truck. He lost control, and the truck slid off the road. Unfortunately, when the truck tires hit the curb, the truck flipped over and wound up on its side, sliding rapidly directly toward the hardware store. With his wheels off the ground and the truck completely out of control, the driver had no choice but to ride this until it stopped. He had no control whatsoever. Plus, his airbags went off. When his truck tires hit the curb, the airbags all deployed. The truck continued in its trajectory, making a terrible noise. It crossed the parking lot and went directly into the plate glass window, the display window of the front of the hardware store. The window shattered, but the truck continued in its trajectory into the store, and it came to rest against a large display. Where the truck stopped, there used to be an aisle where customers would walk as they look at that first display in front of the window. If a customer had been in that location when the truck came through the window, most certainly they would have been killed. So when the crash occurred, there was a tremendous noise and the building shook. Robert knew something big had happened, so he was instantly out of his chair, out of his office, and into the store. There was a lot of dust and some unusual lights, but it was not clear exactly what had happened yet. He called to Hank and asked if anyone was hurt. Hank called back to him, said, "I don't think so." He then shouted an instruction to Hank, "Get everybody out of the building. I'm going to check on the driver." By then, Robert had seen the truck. He could see the side mirror sticking up over the display that was between him and the truck. He could just make out that it was a white-colored pickup truck. By now, he could smell gasoline fumes. So as he was walking very quickly toward the truck, he grabbed the largest fire extinguisher that was on display for sale in the aisle where he was. He also grabbed a flashlight that was also on display for sale. Armed with these two things, he approached the truck. There was no fire, but he could see gasoline on the floor. Not very much, but enough to be alarming. When he got to the truck, he shined the flashlight through the windshield of the truck, and he saw the legs of the driver who was standing in the cab of this truck. He was moving, and it was right then that Robert heard the electric window of the passenger door open, and the driver stuck his head out of the top of the truck, which was the passenger's window. The truck is on its side. He asked the driver if he was injured and was told, "I don't think so." By then, the driver had stepped on the console and other structures inside the truck and had climbed out of the window and was on top of the truck. A moment later, he had slid off the truck and was standing next to Robert. Robert looked him over and saw no evidence of injury. He suggested that he step outside the building, and then he called to Hank to get a chair for him. There was a covered area outside the building where they were sheltered from the rain. Robert's plan was to stand near the truck with the fire extinguisher ready in case a fire starts. He also had his eye on how to get out of there if the fire gets out of hand. He had safety in mind, even though he was planning on protecting the hardware store from destruction. Because Hank had called 911, the fire department arrived as well as the police. They looked things over and started their investigation. They would need a tow truck to pull the wreckage of this pickup truck out of the store. Hank had gotten the driver's license as well as his insurance card and had copied it in the back office. It took almost 2 hours for the tow truck to get there and pull the truck out of the store. And then Robert asked his men, the employees of the store, to get the appropriate plywood and lumber so that they could build a temporary wall to close the opening created by this accident. The temporary wall wasn't pretty, but they were able to close the hole in the side of the store. At the end of the day, Robert again found himself in the office finishing up his responsibilities, the paperwork, and Hank came by the office door on his way home. He looked into the office and caught Robert's eye. Hank said, "That was quite a day, wasn't it?" Robert said, "Yes, it was. I'll never forget it." Hank said, "We did good today." And then he pointed to Robert and said, "You did good." Hank was referring to the fact that Robert quickly took charge, looked after the safety and well-being of the other employees first, and then took responsibility to prevent a major fire if a small fire broke out because of the crash. When Robert got home, he was greeted by his family. Kathy asked him how his day went, and he sensed that she did not know about the accident at the hardware store. She had not heard. So he smiled and said, "Well, we tried our new drive-through service today, but I don't think it's going to work out." Kathy looked at him with a strange look like, "What are you talking about?" And Robert burst into brief laughter and said, "No, that was a joke. What really happened is a guy lost control of his truck and it came through the front window of the hardware store, but nobody got hurt. Everybody's fine." And if you like videos like this, be sure to click on this one next. See you soon.